Hello everybody, this is Froito Bobbin here, and welcome back to Trainz Simulator 3, where today we'll be taking a look at the Springfield Industrial route. Yes! Another route that came out a while back, and a route that I've checked out over in Trainz Simulator 2, so I wanted to wait a while to do this one before we took a look at this route for the second time, but this time, here it is in Trainz Simulator 3. But here we are, today, take a look at the Springfield Industrial Trainz Simulator 3 version, which has some very interesting rolling stock, but for the most part, it's just the same route. So, let's get to it. But before we do that, be sure to check out my Fiverr gig. Link is in the description. Alright, so the first train that we'll take a look at is, of course, the Bombardier Metro North M7, which is, of course, a train that you'll be familiar with, of course, if you watch or if you check out the Springfield Industrial route over Trainz Simulator 2. And this is pretty much the same train. It might look a little bit different than the E2 engine, but trust me, this is the exact same model as was present over Trainz Simulator 2, as well as been present in previous Trainz games. This was originally, I think this was originally included back over in Trainz 2009 on the Harlem Line route. And well, here it is then, the Bombardier Metro M7 here in this game, in this route. I will say the E2 engine does make it look a bit nicer, but like I said, it is the same old 2009 model, which if you look at it from further away, it actually doesn't look too bad actually. But you know, once you look at it up more closely, you can tell how dated the modeling looks on some of the parts of this train. Yeah, it's not the best model in the world. So yeah. So that's the A unit of the Metro North M7. Let's take a look inside the cab, and once again, same old cab. Actually, the cab isn't even that well. Well, okay, you have all the knobs and buttons things, but the textures are so blurry that you can't even read the letters on them. Yeah, I think if you want a proper M7 experience, I would recommend the version either in Trainz Sim World or Trainz Sim Classic, because this old Trainz version is, well, pretty old. It doesn't look too bad for Trainz standards though, but yeah, you expect something a little bit better. Alright, let's do the horn. And the horn and bell is wrong. Well, first of all, this thing has no bell in real life, so I don't even know why they implemented a bell here at Trainz. And of course, the horn is wrong. But there you go, then that is the Metro North M7 here in Trainz Simulator 3. Well, let's take a look at the B unit, which I think is almost identical. He's got a driver in it, so yeah, not entirely sure what's the difference between the A unit and the B unit, although I guess for completionist sake. But yeah, here's the B unit here. Let's take a look at the interior cap of this one, and interior cap is exactly the same. And just for fun, let's do the horn and bell. Horn and bell is identical. Alright, there you go then. The Metro North M7 in Trainz. Oh, I just realized. Okay, there is actually one difference. The A unit does have a driver, whereas the B unit does have a driver. Why doesn't the A unit have a driver though? That's weird looking. There you go then. The Metro North M7 here in Trainz Simulator 3. Same old M7 as always. Alright, up next we have some freight equipment. And starting off here, we have the Pro Train SD40-2 in the Rock Island livery. Yes. Yeah, we're if this is available as a standalone thing. But you can also get it in this route, so, you know, save a bit of money there. I should have turned off the junctions. I don't have those on. But yeah, the Rock Island SD40-2. I'm not sure if Rock Island was actually based in the Northeast or if this is just something that they decided to include for the fun of it, but here then, Rock Island SD40-2, a pretty basic all red livery with yellow front. Yep. Alright, interior view. And the interior view, I think, is the same old, yep, GP40-2 cab. Which, yeah, I think this is, yeah, same old interior as we've seen a bunch of times now at this point. In fact, we actually just saw this in just the last video in the Sequoia Valley route add-on. And yeah, I mean it's a pretty nice cab, all this considered, but well, it's a cab. All right, so what the horn and bells like, and the horn and bell is pretty similar to other SC4-2s as well. So there you go, Rock Island SC4-2 here in Trainz 3. Alright, up next we have some rolling stock, all freight stuff. First up here, I believe this is new to Trainz 3. This is the CHN C64K gondola popper car thingamajig. Yeah. Yep, here it is. I believe this is also over in the Trainz 2 version of this route. Well, here it is again in Trainz 3. Yes. Okay, well, next we have the PRFM flat car, and I believe this is new to Trainz 3 here in this add-on. Although it's not new to Trainz in general, I think this asset actually dates back a really long time. It's not necessarily new to Trainz as a whole. Yeah, although I do know that these two assets here are new to Trainz 3. I think the flatbed is anyway. I'm not. I think this is new to Trainz 3, but I'm not sure about this one. But now a bunch of stuff that is not new to Trainz 3. First up, we have the Burlington Northern Grain Hopper 4-bay 481523, an asset that has been featured in a number of Trainz 3 add-ons now, and here it is again, I suppose. Yeah, this hopper car has been featured in multiple add-ons here in Trainz 3 now. Not sure what's swing back here again, but yeah. And here's another asset that's featured a bunch of times. This is the BNSF Illumina Hopper. Once again, has been featured in multiple Trainz 3 add-ons. And it's back here once again. And up next we have the Prox 20,000 gallon tank car, which again has been featured in multiple add-ons now up to this point. Yep. But here it is in 360 for those who haven't seen this before. But yeah, this tank car has been featured in multiple add-ons now at this point. Now here's a rather peculiar thing. Here are the PRR box cars. Now I actually thought that these box cars would be new to Trainz 3 in that Fremont Mills route that I looked at about a month ago, but nope. It turns out these actually made their debut here in the Springfield Industrial route. So yeah, here we are then, the Pennsylvania box cars. This is the 40-foot version. Like I said, these are also available in the Fremont Mills route, which I've looked at before this one. Here's the 50-foot box car. And although you'll be more familiar with these box cars, though, if you've played Trainz 2 or even Trainz 1 or just generally the earlier Trainz games, these box cars featured quite prominently in those ones. And finally, the 60-inch box car, or 60-foot box car, Pennsylvania Railroad. And yeah, these are all included in Springfield Industrial. So yeah, now you can get these in either Springfield Industrial or the Fremont Mills route. And there you go. There's all the engines, rolling stocks, and electric multiple units here included in this route. Overall, a pretty small list of stuff, most of which is reused from other routes, but there you are nonetheless. So let's take a look at the route itself. For those of you who didn't see the Trainz 2 video, and this is the, hang on, yep, this is it. This, if you zoom out, this is the entirety of the route. This is it. You have the main station here. You have a little storage thing. And you have the airport, and that's literally it. That is all you get here in the Springfield Industrial route here in Trainz 3. Same thing, same route as it was over in Trainz 2. So yeah, there you go. All right then. Well, that's everything. So let's take a look at these scenarios and do some driving. Alright, so here are all of these scenarios they get here with the Springfield Industrial. You have 4 pre-scripted scenarios as always. Airport service, flat cars, night service, and winter storm. And of course, you also have an assortment of free drive scenarios as well. But the scenario that we're doing for today is the airport service scenario, which I think we literally did this exact scenario over in Train Simulator 2. Well, we're going to get just so we can drive the M7 at daytime. So drive a train from junction station to the local airport via Heights and back. So yeah, it's basically going to be a round trip between the 2 big stations. Alright, let's do this. Alright, please bring the passengers to the local airport and back. The timetable set to yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yep, it's a passenger train. And here we are then in the M7. Let's turn on the lights, because lights. And we're ready to go, or are we still waiting? Another M7 just arriving. It did say this was a timetable session, but didn't actually say what was the timetable. Oh, we have to... I don't know. Hey, there's another M7 though. Yes. Alright, sounds like my station. Alright. Okay, so we're clear to go, so let's go. And it's the super train with it being electric multiple units. Yeah. Alright, we're at Springfield Industrial then. Well, if I sound a little bit under the weather in this video, I'm still getting over my cold. I'm still not completely back to 100% just yet, but I am getting a bit better, so yeah. Alright, so Springfield Industrial, this is a route add-on that, that a few of you guys have been asking me to do, and, you know, it makes sense. So this is not necessarily a new route. It's actually been on for quite a while. That's the third rail thing, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, this route's been out for a little while. But like I said, the main reason why I waited a while to do a video on this route was because I've already done a video on the Trainz 2 version of this route. So I figured, well, I've already done a video on the Trainz 2 version. I don't want to do a video on the Trainz 2 version so soon. So I figured I would wait a little while. But here we are there. Take a look at the Springfield Industrial version here in Trainz 3. So yeah, and it's actually been a bit of a reoccurring thing where they like to release them up for Trainz 2, and then they release them up for Trainz 3 a little while later. Yeah, and it just took, and the same thing actually happened with the California Sunrise route, and I looked at that route. Because at the Siemens Charger, I was like, ooh, Siemens Charger, this could get a lot of views. So I figured I would do a video of the Trainz 2 version. And then something happened with this route, you know, Metro North M7. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to see this, so I figured that's a video of the Trainz 2 version. But then they released Trainz 3 versions of each of these routes. I was like, oh, no, I'm a bit stuffed here. So I'm going to have to, wait then. And, surprisingly, though, the California Sunrise Trainz 3 video is actually getting a lot of views. In fact, I think it's actually now just become my most viewed video of 2024. So, hopefully we get the same out of this video. And welcome to, I think it's called Heights or something. So let's bring to a stop here. And also, the bonus feature on this train is we have opening doors. Well, at least I thought we did. Okay, maybe they don't work at the station, but here at Heights Station. I believe this set is actually reused from the Harlem line over in there's the doors. I believe this station is actually reused from the Harlem line over in Trainz 2009. And yeah, I did set up a little bit too early there. I don't care. All right, off to the airport station. I guess I should also mention the price of this route. It's actually on the cheaper end. It actually only costs $3. Actually, you know what's funny about that? This route actually costs $1 less than the Trainz 2 version. Like the Trainz 2 version, this route costs $4. This costs $3. So you actually save $1 by buying the Trainz 3 version. Interestingly enough. I of course own both. I've now spent a total of $7 on this route. Thank you. Although I have been able to make some of that money back through ad revenue, so that's good at least. Oh, let's not speed here. Yeah. So, I guess, what are my thoughts on the Springfield Industrial route? I actually like the concept I like the fact they've got the M7, which runs on third railisms. It's pretty cool. Although the route itself is just really small. I mean, look at that. We're already approaching the local airport. Pretty soon we will have driven the entirety of the Springfield Industrial. Yeah, this isn't some sort of, like, joke or whatever. No. As soon as we arrive at the local airport, we will have driven the entirety of the Springfield Industrial. This is all you get. Now, granted, it is $3. So this is actually the cheapest route they can buy here in Trainz 3. And yeah, it better be $3 because of how tiny this route is. Now, that being said, however, it would be nice if we had a surveyor, because then we could make our own route with the M7 and the third rail stuff and take a much longer route. You know, maybe recreate one of the Metro North lines, you know, either the Harlem line or the Hudson line. That'd be pretty cool. But whenever the surveyor comes, could someone make that, please? I would absolutely love to see the Hudson line and the Harlem line here in Trainz 3. I don't know how accurate you'd be able to recreate it, with the assets in this game, but you could probably cook up something. And here then the airport station, and yeah, that's it. That's the whole route. Okay, it's not the whole route. Of course, there are some miniatures and other things that I showed off in the intro piece, or the intro piece, the beginning of the video. But in terms of like driving the M7, this is all you get. And this is really the only route that you can drive this train on, since it's third rail. And this is the only third rail route in this game, I've just realized. And reverse the train, direct channel, switch to cab the other train, wait until the departure time, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And, it doesn't seem like the doors work. I mean, I can't confirm that these are animated doors, as I was able to show off over in, Trainz 2, but... Oh, as my camera's frozen. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on here in Trainz. Oh, there's a airplane taking off. Yeah, we've also got animated airplanes here at the airport station. Can you catch another plane? There we go. So look at that. Plane taking off. Yes. Look at that. Animated airplanes, which you can't see very well because of the camera things. Alright, let's go back down the line then. Yep, it's going to say, oh, you're still up too early, but I don't care about the score. Alright, next, let's go back to Heights States. Yeah. Yeah. So, another bit of a milestone here, though, with this video is that this is now the last route to take a look at on the download station. Not the station, the content store here in Trainz 3. Yeah, there's the last DLC route. And of course, just a few days ago, I say a few days ago, actually, it would have been nearly a whole week now by the time you see this video. We reviewed the Sequoia Valley route, which, of course, that was a brand new route when we looked at that one. This one, of course, not so new anymore, but I'm sure we'll still be excited to see a video on this route made by me. But this is the last of the DLC routes to take a look at for now, at least until the next one comes out. In terms of what's coming next for Trainz 3, I don't actually know what the next route's going to be. I know that there's a Horseshoe Curve that's early in development, and I guess they're actually going to be remaking that route for Trainz 3, which is interesting. I don't know why they didn't just take the Trainz 2 version of the assets like I think they did for a bunch of other routes, but whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it was only 5 miles long, so yeah, very little track to drive on in this route. Actually, it's funny, Russell actually got back into Trainz 3 not too long ago. And he actually got this route, so yeah, pretty funny that the one route that I haven't taken a look at yet is the one that Russell got. And I guess then I should answer the question, would I recommend this route? I mean, it is $3. And you do get what you pay for. So, I mean, if you really want the Metro North M8, which I'm sure, M7, which I'm sure a lot of people will want, yeah, I can recommend this route. Although, that being said, I do hope that down the line, somebody uses the assets from this route to make a much bigger Metro North commuter route. That'd be pretty cool to see. So someone please make that for this game, whenever the survey comes. Oh yeah, some of the, I guess one more thing I might as well mention about the M7 is that the sounds are, well, they're all wrong. Well, actually, okay, I like the door sounds in the, well, yeah, the door sounds are nice, but the, oh, there's some poses there, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, the door sounds are correct. Actually, can we get a listen to the motor sounds? Hang on. Nah, I can barely hear the motor sounds. But it's not to get the speed. Yeah. And I can actually verify this because one thing I guess I should mention is I've actually been on one of these trains in real life. Yeah. Yeah, if you would actually like to see me riding on one of these trains in real life. Oh, hello there. Hi, there's the Rock Island SC footage too with the oh, with that good little with containers of all things. Interesting. But if you'd like to see me riding one of these in real life, I did a video on it, the New York trip 2023 video, yeah, which is very long indeed. I actually went on both the Long Island Railroad and the Metro North versions of the M7. And I can confirm that the motor sounds are not accurate at all. Like I said, if you want a much better experience driving the M7, I would recommend either the Trainz Sim World or the Trainz Sim Classic version of the M7. That, you know, because that one actually has accurate sounds, depending if you have mods installed. And overall, it's just a much more realistic driving experience. This version here of Trainz just, I mean, it's nice if you don't own Trainz Sim World or Trainz Sim Classic, or if you're strictly a Trainz player, I guess this isn't so bad. But like I said, if you want a much better, much more realistic M7 experience, I would have to recommend those other sims. With that being said, however, like I said, I would like to see the M7 be used any much bigger route here in Trainz. So yeah, like I said, when survey comes, please make that route. Either the Hudson line or the Harlem line. Alright, we're then back at the junction station, the end. Yep, that's it. We're at the end of the scenario. I know we just get to run a little bit there with the timetables and things, but who cares about the timetable? Alright, let's come to a stop. And here we are, Junction Station. And that's the end of the session. Do we get a score for that? No, I guess gotta wait a couple minutes for the scenario to actually end. Also, Junction Station. What kind of a name is Junction Station? That sounds so stupid. Oh, the doors are closing. And I think the scenario is broken. Wait, did we have the same thing happen in the Trainz 2 version? I think maybe we did. No, the Trainz 2 version did finish up properly, but this one hasn't. Well, so the scenario was completed. I was expecting it. I think because we set off early, we actually broke the scenario coding, and yeah, I think we broke the scenario. Oh, well, there you go then. That is the Springfield Industrial here in Trainz Simulator 3. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I guess we officially broke the scenario, so, well, whatever we've come to the end of this scenario, so, whatever. Well, then, with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.